before the video starts. Like nobody is subscribed, so please subscribe. Thank you. What's up guys, Dr. Large, and we're here with the E Archetype tier list. We're going to start this one off quite quickly. We've got Earthbound Immortal. Now, for those of you not aware about this archetype, it's pretty unique in the sense of all of its main deck monsters realistically are like level 10 or something. They don't really have a whole lot. This archetype is also involved with the Infernity archetype through the Synchro monster 100 Eyes Dragon. Where would I put it? I'd have to put it B. Simply because with their support in Line Walker, they actually do have a couple niche things they can do. This deck isn't that bad, really. They can hand loop, I think they have an FTK, which is kind of dumb, but I have to give them B. You know, respectively, they're not that bad. Eldlich is the obvious S tier here, right? It's best deck, well, no, it's one of the best decks at the moment. Particularly Master Duel, you know, we've got 3 skill drain, Imperial Order, there can be only one. As people have informed me in the comments that I forgot about, you can also mix this in with that Grass Arena. I didn't anticipate that at all. That's ridiculous to me. Incredibly good deck, just not as much fun to deal with. Elemental Hero, I'll give Elemental Heroes the A. Elemental Heroes, obviously it's a fan favorite deck, and I'm putting it, there is Elemental Hero, Evil Hero, and Destiny Hero. I'm making that clear. They are all different decks, because they all have different focuses. Elemental Heroes specifically, not fantastic in the grander scheme of things. Destiny Heroes have a lot of the better cards. Evil Heroes have a lot of good cards as well. But Elemental Heroes obviously kick off the whole thing. Stratos is an Elemental Hero, but then you get the whole win condition in like what is it? Flame Wingman, which is such an awful idea. So I have to put him A. If it wasn't for the anime stuff that really weighs down the deck, it would be S. Also, I like to when hero plays. Elementsaber, I also have to give a B. Elementsaber, I'm sure you'll know it because you probably played the solo mode of it. It's actually not that bad a deck. Realistically, it's not fantastic. It's nowhere near competitive level, I'll tell you that. If you're gonna play competitive, don't play Elementsaber, it's not worth it. But it's not a bad deck, genuinely. It's one I probably wouldn't give to a beginner, but it's one that I definitely would recommend if you're looking for something a bit more casual and you don't want to keep playing with the same powerful decks over and over again. This is something that could probably give you a little bit more fun. Empowered Warrior, this thing's F. This archetype is so bad. If this was a draft format, sure, I might give it like B. But these were the cards that you play back when, you know, when you just get into the game, you don't know what an archetype is, and you're literally playing with a pile of cards. That's what this archetype represents. In that format, great. Generally though, awful. Don't play these cards, they're not good. Endymion, yeah, I have to give them S tier. Endymion, personally one of my favorite archetypes. For those of you who might not be aware, Endymion used to be just one level 6 spellcaster, and that was really about it. It was like a level 6 spellcaster in the field spell. Actually, it was level 7 actually. It was a 1 level 7 spellcaster in the field spell. Pretty much the point was you remove 7 spell counters, summon a monster from the hand or graveyard, and you get to add a spell back from your graveyard when you do. Which, when you play that with like turbo spells or whatever, ooh, it was a fun deck, but it wasn't good. Personally, one of my favorites I've ever gotten the chance to play. And then when they got the Pendulum support as well, that deck actually became like really good. You know, especially now in Master Duel, we have Electromite, we've got Astrograph, we've got so many different resources. Endymion, I have to say, is one of the best archetypes. It's one of the best structure decks they've ever made. That, hands down, it just is. Genuinely one of my favorite decks. Would recommend it, but it's a bit difficult to learn sometimes. Eviltile. I'm always very conflicted with Eviltile, because I've seen tons of people play Eviltile Control, which it just looks bad every time I've seen it. But I have to give it at least B, out of respect for what it does. You know, I'll give it A. because I know some people definitely will like the deck. I know people love the artwork for it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a neat control deck. It's not fantastic. It's got like a pop every turn. Your monster gets pretty big. It's kind of about it, to be honest. Not a bad deck, but I would say it's overrated by some people. Evil Hero. Well, it used to be one of the most expensive archetypes when it came out. I remember trying to pull some of them, in the TCG at least. I'll give them B. Yeah, I'll give them B. I think Evil Heroes on their own definitely are not as good as Elemental Heroes. Elemental Heroes have a lot of good combo pieces, but Evil Heroes have the boss monsters. Malicious Bane, I remember skyrocketing in price. A Dusted Gold, which you're seeing on the image there, I remember that being 60, 70 quid when it came out. This deck definitely, it's one of my favorites, I gotta say. One of my favorites of the hero archetypes, I'll put it that way. I'm not a huge hero player personally. It's alright, it's alright. Not fantastic, and usually if anyone's gonna play them, they'll play like the odd, like, 6 cards from the archetype in a hero deck. So, not fantastic. Evilswarm. Now this is a deck that's long past its time. This deck is... it's just failed with time. Really, that's the issue. So Evilswarm used to be about this one monster that you see in the front called Evilswarm Ophion, which had the effect something along the lines of like level 5 or higher monsters can't be special metal, you can't activate their effects, or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. Which, and at the time it came out, it was an actual good like rogue deck. You know, it's got things that make their monsters unaffected by spells and traps. They got a lot of good searching. They can keep making Ophion repeatedly because it's only at rank 4. So, what went wrong? Well, there's nothing against other Xyz decks, so that your first issue's there. And Link monsters kind of just shat on it. The archetype really shouldn't have gone out as badly as it did, but it's a shame. They did get a Link monster. I've not seen anything about it, but yeah, Evilswarm is just a shame. It aged badly. And then we have the last one, which I don't know much of what the main deck for this deck does, other than it's bad. Because this is Evoltile, which also includes the Evilswarm. Now Evoltile, I believe, was the archetype that focused around reptiles and dinosaurs. The extract monsters all being dinosaurs. The extract monsters, if that's all it was, BA. But because it's got such an awful main deck, I have to put it C. Obviously, Dolka, Lagia, fantastic rank 4s for dinosaurs. They love having these cards. It's just free negates. It's fantastic for them. But the main deck is atrocious, which is a shame. Again, it's another archetype that just kind of got done dirty because of the time period it was made. Something you'll notice with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is old archetypes simply just can't compete anymore, and that's because they weren't designed for how the format has evolved, which is a shame. But yeah guys, that's going to be the video. Make sure you subscribe, because as you should have been shown at the beginning, no one is subscribed. I need subscribers, thank you. And I hope you guys have been enjoying my alphabetical tier lists. I'm going to be doing all of them, except for like a few letters which will be merged in with other archetypes, because there is one Q archetype. Do you want me to make a one archetype tier list? You can't. So yeah, hope you guys have fun, and make sure to subscribe.